Okay, TRS-80 Model 1 presents the Radio Shack Pro-2041 Scanner. And here it is. This scanner is from circa late 1990s. I got it off of eBay for a really good price. And, you know, I haven't seen one of these. I was actually looking for... I wasn't looking for one in particular, but this one popped up and I got it, and I'm glad I did. So, looking at the specs, we have, it first appeared in the 1998 Radio Shack catalog. It was actually only in there for a year. It doesn't appear in the 1999 catalog. And its catalog number was 20-463. It retailed for $299.99. If you got one at a closeout, please leave a comment and let me know how much you paid. 400 channel scanner, has hyperscan. Its frequency coverage is 29 through 54, so VHF low, above the CB band. 108 through 174, another VHF band. 380 through 512. Now, that's part of the military air band, and we also skip part of the 220 amateur band. So if that's the frequency coverage in this isn't a full coverage like a Pro 2006 or their upper line. This was like a middle of the road scanner. Their best one at the time that this was out was probably the Pro 2042. And then you have some of the 800 megahertz band, which had the old analog cell phone channels, which were presumably blocked. 10 priority channels, 1 touch weather, 17 search bands, 40 monitor memories on this scanner. The controls, well, on the front panel, there's an audio jack for headphones, and that has another purpose as well. This scanner is actually computer interfaceable. There's one line in the manual that's not that well known, and it says, contact Radio Shack if you want to know how to do that. But if you dig, there's information on the internet about how to connect it up to a computer, and I'll be getting into that either at the end of this video or in another one. Volume control is also off and on. It has a squelch, and it has a keypad, pretty comprehensive keypad. So, I'm not quite sure what that frequency is. It's a railroad frequency, but this does have 1 touch weather. There's a button labeled WX here. If we punch that, I can get 2, sometimes 3 weather stations here. So that has the 1 touch weather. Turn this down. There's 2 little flip down feet in the front. You can, right here and right here, and you can flip them up if you don't want to use them, if you want to stack it up with another rig. Like a lot of the Radio Shack scanners, the speaker's on the top, but there is provision for an external speaker, and we'll flip it around and show the back in a little while. I have a telescope. There's a spot here for a telescoping antenna. Goes in the top. This is not the right antenna for it. This is an antenna out of an AM/FM radio. When I got it, it did not have an antenna, but the antenna is female threaded, so the thread inside the scanner is male. Actually, now I'm using it on an external antenna. And I'm going to go over the connectors in the back in just a minute. Okay. The scanner has a lot of different features. It's kind of, I think Radio Shack was in a transition. This one came out in 98. The date code on it is 97. It doesn't appear in the 97 catalog, so my guess is it came out in late 97 into the stores. And then after that, in the 99 catalog, there's only pretty much just their trunking scanners. So I think this is only out there for a little over a year, and I don't remember seeing too many of them on eBay. You know, the dominant one on eBay is the Pro 2004, 2005, 2006, which is what I was actually looking for when I stumbled into this one. Okay, so I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll go over the back panel. This is the back of the scanner. I unplugged it and flipped it around, and there's not as much as you might find on, say, a Pro 2006, but it has some similar features. Over here, leftmost, we have a attenuator switch right here. So in the off position, there's no attenuation. When it's on, it gives you 10 dB of attenuation. So if you have a very strong signal, you can knock it down with that switch. There's a BNC antenna connector right here. That's what I had it hooked to. Over here, it has a jack for an external speaker right here. So if you want to stack it, or you don't want use the speaker on the top, you can plug in to the external speaker. Next to it is what I was using. That's a 13.8 volt power supply jack. And then next up here is a reset button. So you can reset the scanner, and you can also initialize the scanner. There's a key press sequence. If you hold down clear while you reset it, then that'll reinitialize it and wipe out all the frequencies that are in memory. Okay. There's a date code right here, 3A7. I'm presuming that that's March of 1997. So, okay. So let's go back to the front, and we'll go over some more features. Back to the front. Scanner's powered up and scanning again. I'm only going to go over some of the features here because I'm still getting my feet wet with this scanner. I spent most of the time since I got it just getting it to work again, and then getting the computer interface to work. Okay. So I haven't fiddled much with the front panel or all the capabilities that this scanner has. But one thing there's a few things that are nice that it has besides the one-touch weather. What you can do here is, notice this AM/FM button. That'll change the mode. So say we're in the military aircraft band, and there's an AM transmission. You can kick it over to AM and override it, and then you can switch it back, or you can cancel that, which is nice. My Pro-51 and some other scanners don't have that. It does it itself based on the frequency range that it's in. Another thing that's nice is if you lock out channels, pretty standard thing, you can put in channels where you want the channel in the scanner, but you might not always want to listen to it, like this one. So what I'm going to do is, I think that was channel 50. So to get to a particular channel, we hit manual. That makes manual come up over here. And then we'll type in 50 on the keypad, hit enter. Oops, or not. When you're seeing this live here, so let me try that again. Oh, there we go. There's channel 50. Again, it's a little bit different. Still finding my feet on this thing. So let's lock this channel out. So there's a lockout right here. So we'll press lockout, and now you can see on the display it's locked out. So if I hit scan, we picked up another channel that's active, and it'll skip over that one. Now, a nice feature that this has that some others don't is it has a lockout review. So you can go back into manual, and we can do lockout review, and it'll show us the channels that we have locked out. Now this bank, I put in some frequencies that I was experimenting with from the computer interface, and I wanted to leave them there. So I just locked them out, and then I can go in and review them. So that's a nice feature. Okay, so this has all sorts of things that I'll get into probably in another video, where you can do band searching, you can have monitor memories, you can do limit searches, and it's supposed to have a thing where if you try to input a frequency, it'll tell you if it's a duplicate. So let's try that. So here we have 1.145.25. And okay, I hit the wrong key before I figured out what I did. I had to hit program first instead of just hitting manual. So now I'm on channel 6. I'm going to try to put in 145.25 megahertz, which is already populated. And there, it generated a duplicate error. That's kind of nice. Okay, so I'm going to end this video here. This is the first one I've shot, so be kind. Throw in a comment, subscribe if you want to. So, okay, so I'm going to cut this video here. And if you have one of these, I hope you enjoy it. Would appreciate any of your comments. So this is TRS-80 Model 1, and I'm going to say 73 for now.